Good morning, everyone. We are ready to rock and roll. We're getting these alerts off. There we go. It is Friday. I have no voice. So this is going to be hard to do. But anyways, good morning, everyone. This is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Boss. I don't know why it says VIP, but that's all right. I'll take it. With two
Sisters. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. It is Friday, March 4th, and I want to say that there's a birthday in our family today. I think it may be our niece Kelly.
I believe so, because I'm pretty sure that is correct, because Diane Rose, childhood friends, it's her birthday as well. So happy birthday to them both. Why not have a birthday on a Friday? That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And of course, the Florida relatives are gathering tomorrow for our other niece's bridal shower.
Yes.
Can't wait to see all the amazing pictures from that, and just loads of health, happiness to Amanda and Matt. Their upcoming wedding, I believe, is May 27th.
Yes, that is true.
So lots of good things happening in the Casella family. And as you can see, I'm all bundled up. Excuse me. Very cold last night. It was 15 degrees, and with the wind chill factor, it was lower. So Gary, for most of the night, kept the fire on the other side going, because that helps that part of the house, which helps this part of the house. So
right. Chilly. Hopefully you're kind of getting out of that. You're heading more towards spring as every day goes forward. So that is a great thing. But it is Fantabulous Friday, and it's a day where we all get to celebrate you, and you celebrate, like, just a day of celebration. What were your goals? What did you overcome? What was your mindset? What were you trending about? Were you paying it forward with kindness? Always kindness first. And it's a time where I think most individuals find it very difficult to celebrate themselves. It's easier to put the attention to somebody else, because we're natural, givers. We want to see other people's successes. We want to see people happy. We want to see people prosper, transformation, do well with their health and wellness. But we tend to forget that, we deserve a pat in the back ourselves. And, I always say that the walk of your journey has to consist of, obviously, accountability, because you're not going to get anywhere unless you're being really true to yourself and being accountable. Like, hey, today I didn't get that complete workout in, or today I fell off the wagon, my health journey, and I ate, Oreo cookies or whatever it may be. Or, I promised myself, I would get to that closet and clean it up, but, I sat on the couch and watched a Netflix series. All that kind of crap happens. We know that. But we want to make sure that we're celebrating the small wins, because there's a lot of small wins out there that you probably don't even realize. And that is a great way for you to review your journal. We talked about journals this week, which we've got our TwoSistas journal coming up soon. But, it's a great way to say, what did I accomplish today? And too many times, especially women, I didn't do crap. I was running all over the place, driving this kid here, there, running this errand here, this doctor's appointment, working on my taxes, had appointments, whatever it may be. What did I didn't accomplish nothing. I didn't have any blessings. I didn't have any wins. Well, you did. And I always say, because even if you just wake up and you're breathing, you're winning.
Excuse me, that is so true. Sometimes I don't refer to them as wins. I like to play, obviously I love words. I love reading. I love writing. So words and phrases come to me. So sometimes I refer to it as that step forward, or maybe the kick in the ass that I needed. And, I'm thinking of something that my mindset was keyed into this week. I triumphed over it. Wealth Wellness Wednesday, that kind of vibe. Trending Thursday. I'm trending. And and then, of course, today, Fantabulous Friday. A couple weeks ago, well, actually this week, I, through Canva, obviously with my with the TwoSistas business and my virtual assistant business, I use Canva all the time to design, create graphics and whatnot. And I received a notice from Canva. Congratulations, 500 designs. So I'm like, and I look back at my initial designs and wah, wah, wah. But you know what? That's okay. That was a stepping stone. Like that is part of what I love doing with both businesses, that creation, that figuring out. So I'm really excited about all of that. So I have many things to be, excuse me, blessed and grateful for.
Yeah. And, again, it's, we want to know what your wins are, meaning, our viewers, our listeners, we could show you our pitfalls and our wins, but that means nothing unless we are being accountable to all of you and to be real and to be honest. And we do that. So you do that with yourself as well as part of your daily routine. Like, what stepping stones am I going to take to get me to the next goal? Sometimes some people naturally can get somewhere faster than others. That is okay because everyone works at a different pace. Everyone looks different. We have different personalities. We have different guts. We've got different health issues, wellness issues. All these things combined, they're not really issues. They're just who we are. So for many people, their journey and their path is going to look different. And so it should, because you are unique. You are one of a kind. So your role in how your journey is going to be stepping forward, sideways, backwards, is always going to look different. And the point being with Friday is to slow down enough to say, okay, maybe it wasn't my best week, but there's got to be something in there that I did really well at, or I attempted to, took me a long time to figure it out, but I figured it out, or it's leading me to, wait a minute, I'm actually better at this thing than I was at that. And I go with something simple as folding a towel. Many people have a different way of folding a towel, right? Many people may have a natural way of folding it because that's how they learned as a child. And then obviously as you become an adult and you realize, depending on where you live, you may have different widths within that closet. So now you got to change up the way you always fold it. Like, oh, this is the way I fold it. It's got to be this way. So now you've got to learn a different way, and you actually like it better because it stacks up neater or nicer or tidier, or it fits that closet perfectly, and you love opening up that closet door and seeing them all organized. So that's what it is. Everyone has a different method, but the end goal does eventually be the same, and it's about you accomplishing something that maybe you thought you couldn't. So you want to celebrate that, and you want to say, I did a good job. Maybe it wasn't the prettiest way, but I did it.
Absolutely. Those little things mean a lot. And, I refer to like everything that I learned this week. I'm always trying to learn something because that, for me, number one, it's great for my brain, right? I'm in that respectable age bracket, and I'm always very cognizant of what I'm doing and what time I'm doing it at. So I've really crafted something for myself, like a routine is very important to me. I've often talked about that a lot and been derailed a little bit, but that's okay. Like the fact that, that's still on the top, right? Your health, your wellness will always be on the top. Even if, you couldn't get a workout in, I'm looking at, maybe doing a revised, and speaking of working out, I'm thinking about doing a revised 75 hard. It would be, and I'm thinking along the lines of the TwoSistas hard, or I don't know, just something very similar to that, but my own or our own. And I'm thinking, okay, this is something that I want to start doing. But obviously with 75 hard, you have to drink 100 gallon, no, 100, is it 1 gallon of water a day?
100 ounces.
Yeah.
1 gallon. No, it's not. I think it's 100.
No, what? See.
70. Oh gosh, we're drawing a blank on that.
I'm gonna have to think about that. But anyways, you have to drink a gallon of water, and we're both having kind of a. No, look it up while I'm chatting here.
I am, because it's driving me nuts now.
So I was able to do, before Ryan's accident, I was able to do the gallon of water a day, but I was up a lot during the night. I can't do that anymore. I've tried. I'm like, okay, let me start working up to it. My bladder just can't handle that amount of water. So that's really something that I want to achieve for myself. And then I'm thinking, okay, obviously for the outside part, I'm going to do that.
4
But
liters.
how much?
It says 4 liters per day.
Oh, I don't want to know about liters. How many ounces? I think it's 120.
20. I don't know. I'm still looking. Keep talking.
Oh my God. Hey, if somebody's listening, you're listening to this live, let us know how many flipping ounces. So we're both having brain farts here. So anyways, thinking about, okay, well, obviously, you have to do 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside, one has to be inside. And I am going to make every attempt to do the outside, but if it's flipping cold, I am not going to stress myself out that I can't get an outside workout done. I'm thinking to myself, I could take a walk inside the house, because George is moving out this weekend.
It is 1 gallon.
Yeah. How many? We know 1 gallon, but how many ounces is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, you would need them on no ounces. I just, 64 ounces. Isn't there 32 ounces and 120? Then it would be, no.
128, I believe.
I don't know. Good golly.
We're having a lot of issues this morning, okay? She doesn't know how she became a VIP, and I don't know how many ounces there are in a flip.
I'm always a VIP, let's be real.
Well, that goes without saying, So, there's all that kind of little stuff going on. Under 28.
Yeah, because 64 and 64. 64 is 1.5 gallon. That's why I was saying times 2.
Lordy, thank God we both figured that one out. That was a tough one.
I need a shot of Activate or some green tea, something to like perk my brain up.
That's that perking. So, and speaking of perking, gosh, there's just so many things to chit chat about, everything that's going on. Carroll-Sue and I have an amazing conversation tomorrow with a guest we are definitely going to have on. He is a doctor that reached out to us, knows of our podcast. So we're really excited about that. We don't want to release this information just yet, but you will, excuse me, you will enjoy hearing from him. I'm just you go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, we love the fact that we can have guest speakers from all over the world. I mean, when we think about it, different time zones all over the world that lend their expertise in their specific field, and then also give us maybe other information that we might not even think of. And so many people are really, they question the medical industry, over the last few years, a lot of contradictory information regarding the crisis that the world was going through, in addition to, I really got to pick his brain from a different aspect of therapeutics versus something, if the time allows, because there are a lot of doctors now that are really gingerly talking about some serious issues, and they've got to be careful. They don't want to lose their license, obviously, but where they've been taught a certain way to follow the science and by their own medical education and degrees that they have, they should be allowed to have that freedom to say, this or that. And I think more and more, we're finding more and more in the medical industry are really starting to chatter about, and also really open their eyes to that whole piece about nutrition that's been lacking in talking about everything with therapeutics. About good gut health, about, really making sure that you're eating. And it, again, it doesn't have to be the super clean diet, but a sensible diet that includes different avenues of food groups that are going to be impactful for your immune system to keep it healthy. So there are many natural and alternative therapeutics out there. And it's really nice to see some doctors that are talking about that. But, we'll find out when we're going to have our interview tomorrow and kind of get a feel for what attracted him to contact us. That's always an interesting piece to find out what sparked his interest in what we do. Because a lot of people say you talk about so many different things. You go from politics to what's going on to school committees to obviously health and wellness, to books, to journaling, to mindset, to, gadgets, to nothing about nothing. And God knows today couldn't figure out how many ounces are in a gallon. The point being, there is a lot to talk about. And everything that we talk about always circles back, and I hate that term, always returns to health and wellness, because so much of our world like everything impacts our health and wellness. So when we talk about health and wellness, we're talking about mindset, what it does to us physically, our mental stress, our stresses, our happiness, our endorphins, our sleep pattern, that icky feeling after you eat because you're all nerved up and stressed out. So these things that we talk about, every subject eventually does turn to your health and wellness.
Oh, it sure does. And I will share a personal thing that happened to me this week, with nutrition. Pretty much everybody knows that I have a non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Now, I have to be very, very careful, obviously, at what I eat, because if I can eat little bits of things that have gluten in it, very minimal. And for instance, like white flour stuff, I'm okay with. Wheat flour stuff, I can't even have a little of that. I cannot have it. I get really sick. So I made a chicken pot pie, which I normally do. I know I can have, and I use the gluten pie crust, because the other ones are very, very, very expensive. But I know that I know exactly what I can have from that. And I did have some. And then Gary, has to have a dessert. So I'm like, well, I got stuff to make a pumpkin pie, I'll make that. And I mean, just when I'm telling you, a little sliver just so I could taste it, not like a spoonful, but like really thin, little, like teeny weeny slice. And I had gallbladder issues. So I'm starting to feel better. So that just goes to show you. And plus I have an issue with anything that's orange. When I consume something that's orange and stringy. Now, oranges I can eat, but pumpkin, even though it's pureed, I can't eat that, but I can drink pumpkin coffee because it's liquid. So knowing all those little things.
You got issues, people.
I got issues. I got a lot of issues. And you know what? I own them all.
That's right.
So what are you going to do? It's Fantabulous Friday. Always something going on for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. It is beautiful out. I am celebrating Fantabulous Friday by actually getting back on the pickleball courts. One of my favorite all-time things to do, but probably since November, I played maybe 4 or 5 times. Whether it was because I was traveling, whether it was some injuries I was recuperating from, whether it was sickness, whether it was traveling again, they've all kept me off the court. So I'm going to go eat nice and easy because I still have a couple different slight little muscle issues. So I don't want to obviously overdo it, but it's time for me to get back on the court, get back into that groove. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I'm hitting a lot of buttons here. So I kind of lost the frame for a second. That's really good. And obviously, you know what to do, stretching, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So that's really good. Oh, this has nothing to do about nothing, but something to do about integration. So I just want to share this. This is something that I've always known, but I wasn't sure how it like really fit or how it worked. Have you ever heard of ZAPS?
What's it called?
ZAPS, Z-A-P-S.
No.
Okay. So ZAPs are like if you're trying to like integrate Zoom to Facebook. Now you don't need a Zap, but some different integrations require that extra little, almost like an extension cord.
Okay.
So it's like built in. So I had to do something with that with Stripe.
Oh yeah.
A Zap. So That was a big thing. And that's something about something, nothing about nothing. But hey, I bet today at some point, or maybe this weekend, you might hear somebody saying, yeah, I had to put a zap in it because, just
I
wanted to
learned-
share that.
I learned something. Actually, I got a message, our son Michael. So he had posted something about, and I had no idea what he was talking about. And I keep forgetting to message him about it. He had posted, let me get to what it was funny. I've never heard of these. He said, got my BAPE, BAPE vans coming. Love my girlfriend. And I'm like, you got your what? BAPE, BAPE vans coming. Well, apparently, you know how our mom had this thing about stilettos?
Yeah.
Mike's got a thing about sneakers. So apparently they're sneakers.
Oh, okay.
I never heard of such a sneaker, but he just loves his sneakers, and they are pretty cool, the ones that he gets. But I've never heard them. So, and then someone I love that Bape collabs with so many different brands. So apparently whatever Bape is, they collaborate with, I don't know what brands. Yeah, but he's pretty excited. He's getting some new sneakers, and he just has this thing about sneakers.
Pretty cool.
BAP.
Something about something.
Yeah, always.
Mine was
Fantabulous Friday. It is going to be a great day to go into a great weekend. Whatever you're celebrating, make sure you take that time to celebrate who you are, number one, your accomplishments, big or small, guys. Remember, it's not about, yes, congratulations, huge monumental thing, but it doesn't have to be a nice small thing. And yeah, I'm gonna try to rest my voice this weekend. So from when I travel and screaming and hooping and hollering, yeah, I get hoarse. So I'm gonna take my natural honey from locally, because you always should, if you're gonna do honey, you should always do local honey. So I'm gonna do some of that to help calm my hoarseness.
I got something to say about that. Rest your voice. You rest your voice. You rest your voice.
Yeah, I'm going to try. All right, everyone. Well, this is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Bus Live, wishing you a fantabulous Friday with two
sisters. Hey, it's Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. We hope you have an amazing weekend, and we will see you Monday morning for Mindset Morning. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.